Welcome to this video. If you're in my class, this is going to be our first lesson using spreadsheets. Now, one good thing with this unit is that you can either use Google Sheets or you can use Excel. Google Sheets still gives you the advantage of being able to work on this from home, should you need to. Okay, so let's begin. What we're going to be doing today is recreating this spreadsheet that you see, and we're going to be starting to use some formulas in order to total these columns up. So let's begin by making it. And the first thing you'll notice is that the top part here has letters. Those indicate the column. And on the left here, we have numbers, and these indicate row. So this cell where my mouse is pointing, this is cell A1. And then the next one beside it is B1, and so on. All right, let's begin. So we're going to start with putting the title, and we're going to click into B1 and type in Fluffy Bakery. You can also name this assignment in my class, call it Excel 1. And if you want as well, you can put your name. So I'll put Miss. Perfect. There we go. So on cell B1, we're going to type in Fluffy Bakery. And we can center that. Now, do you see that the font is a little bit bigger? So we can increase the font by clicking on this plus sign where you see my mouse, and that will increase the size. And from there, we can also hit enter or tab. Actually, let's do enter. And now that's centered. Great. Let's go back. So we have Fluffy Bakery there. Next is going to be the income statements. Again, we'll add this one. We don't really need to change the font. Same thing at the bottom for the years of 2005, 2007. Great. Okay, so now the next thing you want to do is start creating these columns. So I'm going to show you the revenue and expenses, some formulas, and then I'll also show you how to do 2005. And then after that, you can work on it in class. All right, so let's start with revenue. Hit revenue, and you can bold it too by highlighting it and hitting Control B, colon. For revenue, we have cookie sales, cake sales, bread sales. Cookie sales, cake sales, bread sales. Right, and then total revenues. Okay, and if you want to make your column a little wider, take your mouse and hold it, and then slowly, slightly drag it to the right. Now we're going to italicize total revenue, so you can highlight and hit Control I. And we also want to right justify it. So we're going to go to this horizontal alignment button, click down and right justify, and it pushes it to the right. All right, now let's get these numbers. For now, don't worry about the dollar signs or anything like that. We're going to format that later. So got 15,500, 27,589, 24,980. Done. Oh, and if you notice as well, I actually typed that too far above. So I'm just going to move that down. There we go. Okay, so these are in. Don't worry right now about take care of that afterwards. Now it's time for our first formula. Actually, I forgot one thing here. You need to put in the dates. 2005. Okay, now we do our formula. So in cell B10, type in equal sign, and you'll already notice if you're on Google Sheets, it actually already tries to guess what it is. But for our purposes, I'll type this one in manually. So we're going to write in equal sign sum. Sum we know is for addition. And if you notice, cookie sales is at V7. So type in V7. And the last one, breath sales, is V9. Enter, and it's added them up for us. Now, here's the next thing. If you click on the cell, you're going to notice this dot in the bottom right corner. What we're going to do right now is click on it and drag it to the right. And what that does is it takes the cell. So now if I go over here and see C7, C9, next one, B7, B9, what it does, it apply that formula to the next column over. And that's pretty powerful. So that way you don't have to rewrite the formulas each time. So you'll notice these are zeros, and that's because we don't have any numbers above them yet. And just for our purposes, I will put in the dates as well, so it's easier to see. Great. Revenue done. Let's do expenses. So expenses starts at A11. Okay, so we bold it and colon. Great. Next, we have advertising, baking supplies, ingredients. Let's start. Right, I'm just typing in our bow from the other sheet. Great. That's, and don't make, we're not going to make the same mistake I made the last time. So this is going to start with 12. And again, I'm just taking the info from PDF that we have on Edsby. I'm just going to check one thing as well while we're on it. Good. Okay, great. Punch in. Now, total expenses. Again, we're going to italicize it. You can do this by hitting Control I. And we're going to right justify it by hitting this horizontal line button and doing the one to the right. There we go. Enter. Okay, next thing. So just like how we totaled up total revenues, we're going to do the same thing this time. We'll allow the auto correct and just verify B12 colon B16. All of these numbers are getting added. Hit enter. There we go. And again, we don't have to type that formula for the other two columns. Just you click on it and use this circle at the bottom, click and drag it to the right. And that's set for us for the next part. All right, we're doing well. Flying with this. Okay, last parts. You notice it's a little bit faded. This is our bracket loss. And it's not going to be a sum form. So let's type it in. And we can italicize it as well. Okay, net income and net loss. So in business, and net loss. And what we're going to do, so we'll start with an equal sign. All formulas start with an equal sign. And you can already see here that Google Sheets has, in fact, already tried to predict what we did. I will state it is important to verify in case it's just the wrong formula. In this case, correct. And oh, actually, if you notice, I'm looking at it now. It's actually doing the reverse B10 minus B, but B17 minus B10. So it's actually the opposite. We want to get the effect. B10 minus B17. There we go. Great. Net loss, net income calculated. Now for the formatting. So if you see here in F, if you're looking at this on your PDF, that's want to format currency with 0 decimal places. Here's what we do. Let's highlight our numbers column. And then highlight the other two columns to the right. And if you're on Google Sheets, in order to do format currency, just click on the dollar. And then the next thing we can do is is then on this preset. And there we go. That's formatted. Last thing we can do is do some shading. So total revenue and expenses. And use fill color. Let's use a very light gray. And if you're trying this out, it doesn't really matter which ones you use, but I'll be consistent. Light gray, light gray. Good. And then this bottom part here is going to be dark gray. Okay, there we go. One last thing. Again, to apply this to the other column, click on it. Take this circle in the bottom right corner and click and drag it to the side. And there we go. That's it. Okay, so try out the rest in class, and I'll be there if you have any questions. Okay, take care for now.